Hi everybody. I know it's been a while since I've done an update, but just want to let you know what's going on. So come in a couple days on Monday, I have my next PET scan. Um, we did it a little early from the last one because it showed some lymph nodes on my left side around my lung that were not there the previous scan. So instead of starting chemo right then and there, I said, hey, can we wait to see if these lymph nodes go away? So on Monday, we're going to do another scan to see if the lymph nodes have come back or if they've gone away or if more things have popped up. The other thing I have that I can update you on is as far as my autoimmune disease, I had to stop taking the Arava, the leflutamide, because it was causing my diarrhea from the chemo stuff. Well, it's not really chemo, but they call it a chemo with the Perjeta for my cancer. Um, they both caused diarrhea, and together they were making the diarrhea unstoppable. So my rheumatologist said, go ahead and stop the Arava for 4 weeks and see how it goes. So it's been 3 weeks and it's a lot better, but it's not gone because the Perjeta, or as us in the cancer community call it, Pujeta, it's still causing problems. So, oh my God, something's making my eye itch. But anyway, other than that, I mean, since I've stopped the Arava, I've noticed more aches and pains, especially in my neck and shoulder area and in my hips. My hips have been bothering me quite a bit, but I have noticed that when I start having an intestinal issue, my colon, I guess that where the most problems seem to be stemming, is my right hip will really start hurting, and then within hours of that really hurting, and then I have like a massive cleansing of diarrhea. So, but other than that, my energy's been pretty good. My sleep has improved. My sleep was pretty bad for a while, but I guess because of the diarrhea, which I found was keeping me up at night because it was just causing lower back and hip pain. I guess my intestines somehow. I don't know the mechanics of it, but when I get intestinal issues, my hips hurt, and it's actually from my lower back down to my knees hurts when it's bad. So more diarrhea, the more pain, and the less sleep. But once the diarrhea got under control, which is now controlled, it's not gone, but it's controlled, I'm sleeping better, which is important for your health. But other than that, my feet problems are actually getting worse. I'm thinking that's because I'm off the Arava. I guess my autoimmune has something to do with my feet. And it'll be interesting when I talk to my rheumatologist again here next week, whether or not we go back on it and at a lower dose, because this is the second time we have to stop the Arava because of side effects. The first time I had skin eruptions, and so we stopped it for 2 weeks and they went away. And then we resumed it for a month, and then the diarrhea would become, could not stop the diarrhea. And so, we're going to see if we can maybe restart it at a lower dose, because it was working when I was on it. I had much less pain. I felt better. But since I've been off of it, my neck, the back of my neck, I've been having kind of like sinus headaches. A lot of, I think it's like tension/sinus headache feeling, and just general achiness, and back of the neck, actually down the spine, on the left side more than the right. It just feels like a tightness. Sometimes it spasms, and like even today, I felt like someone was like taking their hand and like just like stabbing me with really sharp fingers and right around the breastbone area, and it would just only last for a second, then would be gone, and then they would come back and feel like they were stabbing me again, and then would be gone. It's like, okay, so there's something spasming in there, and it didn't feel like it was heart. I did not have any palpitations or shortness of breath or sweating. It was just muscle or nerve, but it wasn't heart. Excuse me. But other than that, I can tell my chemo nails are growing out, because the instant they get past the cuticle phase, where not past, well, the end of where the nail bed is, they're just like, they're bending and breaking, and they're extremely sensitive. So I'm keeping nail hardener on them, so you can see they're kind of shiny. It's because they dry out super fast now. They're so thin, because the chemo, that was when I stopped the chemo. I should write it down, but I forgot. So it's been a couple months since I had chemo. Yeah, so it's about 2 months. Wait, no, 2 months plus 3 months, so 5 months. That can't be right. Anyway, I guess it can be. It's January. I can't keep forgetting it's already 2021. So, so next scan on Monday, I'll know. Well, no, scans on Monday. And then I have my next infusion this coming Thursday. So that's, today's Saturday. Part of me is kind of like, well, I wonder if it's going to be the cancer is why I'm having more pain, because I do have little, spots of pain, but they come and go. So, it's a lot of people who have cancer, stage 4 cancer or even stage 3, it's like when they get this new pain, is it the cancer coming back? Is it, is it something I need to be worried about? So what I do whenever I get a new pain is I monitor it and see if it comes and goes. And if it comes and goes, I feel that it's less likely to be cancer related, but it doesn't mean it necessarily is, because I wonder if there's a new tumor or whatever it is, growing, if it hurts when it invades new cells, and that's why it's hurting, because those cells are being damaged or altered at that time or being pressed upon by the tumor as it grows. So that could be why maybe the pain comes and goes. I don't know. I'd have to ask a doctor, probably. But like right now, I had some little sensitivities in a couple of my ribs, and they're not really bothering me. They don't hurt, but it just feels like, there's like a little something in there that's bugging me a little bit. Like a stiff muscle, but like right now I'm having a little, like in the muscle down at the bottom of my hand, it feels like it's tight. So I can tell I'm having some kind of muscle issue right now, but it's just enough to like it wants to cramp up. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good, sleeping decently, eating decently. Lately when if I eat too much, it just it like stimulates everything to start emptying out, and I have to make a run for the toilet. So I guess everything, the hair, mostly grown back. I got kind of a thin spot there, a little bit of grays. You can't really tell the grays in the video, but if I start chemo, it's all going to fall out again, so there's no point in worrying about it. But you can tell my eyebrows are still thin because the Arava is for the autoimmune. It acts like as a chemo as well. So basically, I was on 2 chemos and I didn't really realize it, even though it's not chemo as we understand it. They call it a chemo, which I guess because it affects the whole system. I still haven't figured out why they call it a chemo. I need to ask my oncologist that. But I guess I was on 2, and I did have a little bit of thinning, and obviously my eyebrows are not as thick and full as they used to be before I started chemo. But everything else seemed to be relatively normal. So other than my feet hurting more and my hips hurting more and my neck hurting more, I think a lot has to do with the autoimmune. I'm doing pretty good. Being very productive. My strength is coming back, which I hopefully can hold on to if I have to start chemo again. But I will know more by the end of next week. I will definitely update you and share with you the information I have as soon as I have it. But there's a lot of other treatments out there, and a lot more lines I have to go through before I run out of options. So even if I have to go back on chemo again, I know it's not the end. It's just another hiccup in the road, to the end, because we all have an end. It's just we don't know when ours is coming. So. But anyway, I had a great Christmas, and I hope you guys all had a happy holiday, and, hang in there. And the world seems kind of chaotic right now, but hopefully things will start settling down soon. Whatever you believe happened, what it is what it is. And all we can do is just hope everything turns out right and make sure we make our desires, our concerns heard, in a safest manner, most logical, diplomatic manner as possible. Because as we all find out, violence is not the answer. So anyway, find your joy, share your joy, and live life to its fullest.